Adventures in Japan.
Hello all you wonderful people and greetings from Osaka, Japan. Right now I'm at Panasonic's headquarters, their world headquarters. That man right there, Mr. Konosuke, was born in the 1800s and he founded this company. Like if you've ever had a Panasonic product, this place is where it probably came from, or at least the idea came from. And this man was the man behind the ideas. And if you want to know something, he was a person that makes men. I'll tell you that. Because look at, see that man? Look at his hand. He makes men before products. Panasonic started in Osaka, Japan, and just one day ago, here at their headquarters, they opened up a brand new free museum that's dedicated to Panasonic's history. I guess they put the museum here because they want to garner more attention to the 100 years of things that they've produced for the world. That's just a guess though, because there are no hints that would give away that it's been around for 100 years. Hey Toko.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
This is a piece of modern art installation. It symbolizes the morning routine of the difficulty of cracking an egg.
And here is the Panasonic Museum. Oh, will you have a good time at this museum? Well, that's a yes. That's a definite yes. Now in Japan, Panasonic is known as national. And as you can see, they made a ton of products, which I have never seen any of them because I'm not that old. On storage, they have about 400 different things that they sold in Japan and abroad. You can see phones, you can see appliances, you can see marching on TV. Well, they got small TVs, they got big TVs, they got medium-sized TVs, they got computer TVs, they got radios, they got crazy TVs, they got flat-screen TVs. Seriously, they got a lot of things. They even got the Olympics. That's crazy. So when Mr. Konosuke went to America, he said, it's good design. It can make a lot of money if you have a really, really good design. So that was his idea behind making a lot of this stuff here when it was still called national. Like this toot-a-loop radio, which gives a toot when you want a loop.
This is A-tube television monitor. Not yet YouTube, but A-tube. This is a precursor to YouTube.
I think out of all the things that are on display in this world of design, my favorite would have to be those gloves right there. Yes, those gloves are pretty amazing. Look how happy he is. Not only is he so happy, he's happy on every TV screen. Whoa, this place really opens up. It's a masterpiece. We have some ancient memories of the past in here and some really cool cameras, but I am happy with my more practical and easy to use cell phone. Yeah, because all this stuff is just a long past memory. Like, what is this? I've never seen one of these in my life. How do you use this? They've got a history wall here that has all the products, and if you just blow like Toko's doing right there, you can see Pacific product. Is this a future episode of Black Mirror? Do you blow the robot to see the future? I'm not quite sure how that teaches you about products and electronics, but it's cool and it's weird. Here's something that you see a lot in Japan, the electric bicycle. You put a little battery in it, it's got a little motor in it, and you just power a little bit, and as long as it's charged, you can go pretty far and pretty fast with it. It's really easy. And this, I've never seen in my life. It's called the shower. That is the most unique torture device that I've ever seen in my entire life. In 1957, National, or Panasonic as we know it, had a little mascot, little National Boy. There's a lot of them. But the one thing I think that should be given to more Americans is stuff like this. These Japanese toilets rule. And believe me, you haven't lived until you press this button, and after you see what happens with the water, it's great. Believe me, it'll change your life. And don't knock it until you try it. I would consider this art. They got a timed waterfall outside in this little alcove, and they also have part of the Expo 70 time capsule, which the real one is buried underground at the Osaka Castle. It was done for the Expo 70 event that they had out here in Osaka. So if you wanted a sneak peek, you could open up this one, but I have a feeling that there's nothing in it. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find anything in it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Technology Hall of Fame. You've got cameras, a light, and a Blu-ray player. You have seen the Technology Hall of Fame. And we're back to where we came from. But if you go right outside, right next to the Panasonic Museum is the museum on the founder of Panasonic. I'm sure that if he was alive, he'd probably be very proud to see it outside his window of his headquarters. And right next to the Panasonic Museum, you can see the amazing, stupendous Sakura Park, a park filled with sakura trees. But unfortunately, the trees aren't blooming yet. But as consolation, they have a giant War of the Worlds tripod alien walker right here. Search and destroy. This park is actually pretty beautiful, but for some, it's just a little too much. So let's go see the man, the myth, the legend, and see his museum. When a new place opens in Japan, they always have these big, beautiful white flowers to celebrate its opening, and this is no exception.
Did you get those away?
Really? Now, to give some cultural relevance to this man, he would be like the Japanese Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, great in business and highly respected. So on this spot in 1933, this was the original size of the factory. This is the size of the factory now. Okay, look at this. This is all the man's books. And this is the most Star Trek-y thing in the world. You press one of these, and it shows up. Holy gold, where no man has gone before. And read a book. I don't know. Then they have a recreation of his first factory. This business empire started with attachment plugs that you can put into your light bulb fixtures. After the war was over, he came up with a term called peace and happiness through prosperity, or PHP. Seek a path to true peace and happiness by bringing material and spiritual prosperity. And it was after World War II that his company and his products became very well known, not only in Japan, but around the world.
Konosuke then turned his attention to the West. Konosuke made his first trip to the United States in 1951. He wanted to learn from advanced Western countries as he strove to rebuild the company.
Of course, it wasn't easy for him to break into the American market because there was a lot of tensions between America and Japan. But after the San Francisco Peace Treaty, he was allowed in, and that's how he got his products into America. In the center of the museum is this digital waterfall that has words that you can take, and it's his words of business knowledge and ideals. So if you want to become successful in business, you can take his words home with you. That museum was pretty cool, and it was amazing that it's completely free. You can actually learn a little bit of business advice inside too, especially coming from one of the most well-known companies in the world. But if he can do it, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. You guys stay groovy and have a wonderful day. Peace.